Hey guys, welcome back to another new video. Today we are going to be talking about Burning Man 2025 Chaos. So, in case you're like me and you have no idea what this is talking about. So basically there was a homicide investigation, a baby delivery, and a massive dust storm. So we're gonna be talking about it today. So I don't have a script ready. I'm just gonna read from NBC News news article, the most important. The 9-day festival, which wrapped up on a Monday, once again made headlines after attendees posted a slew of videos on social media that captured the highs and lows of the Nevada desert event. As thousands of attendees began to arrive at Black Rock City on August 24th, they were met with a massive dust storm. The last-in desired desert weather was reminiscent of the heavy rain and mud that trapped festival goers in 2023. Following the dust storm, an unexpected guest arrived. One woman who didn't know she was pregnant spontaneously delivered her baby in her RV camper, which she shared with her husband. And as the festival was nearing its end, authorities said a man was found dead Saturday in a suspected homicide. The discovery was made as the Mayhem, a large human-shaped wooden sculpture at the center of the festival, was engulfed in flames. On Twitter, AccuWeather would post an intense dust storm with winds up to 50 miles per hour hit Burning Man as the annual festival was kicking off this weekend, causing at least 4 minor injuries and damaging campsites. Kayla Thompson, the baby's mother, told the New York Times that she was woken from her sleep by pain that she thought could have been her appendix. Minutes later, before she and her husband, Casey Thompson, could get her medical attention, Kayla Thompson was giving birth to a 3-pound, 9-ounce baby girl in the vehicle's bathroom, the Times reported. Even the nurses at the hospital were like, "You don't look like you were pregnant at all." Kayla Thompson told the outlet she said she didn't have any symptoms of pregnancy. So, following, the birth doctors and nurses who were among the festival goers quickly jumped into action, entering the camper to render care. And then the baby was promptly airlifted to a nearby neonatal intensive care unit in Reno, and the mother, Kayla, would also be taken to the hospital. So, while that happened, the joy, however, would also be followed by tragedy. Also, I want to mention before we get to it, candle. Do you guys have your candle? A man described as a white adult was found after 9 p.m. on Saturday, lying on the ground in a pool of blood, the Pershing County Sheriff's Office said. Officials have said details about the manner of death will not be released at the time, and the investigation is still ongoing. The victim's body was taken to Washoe County Medical Examiner's office, and a suspect in the case has also not been identified. The sheriff's office said Monday it is seeking information regarding, quote-unquote, any person who would commit such a heinous crime against another human being. The sheriff's office had no updates on the case when contacted by NBC News Tuesday morning. At least one other person has died during the festival in recent years. In 2024, participant Kendra Fraser, 39, died at the event after emergency services personnel responded to a report of an unresponsive individual. Once on scene, life-saving measures were immediately attempted but were unsuccessful. So, I went to another website. A man found dead in a pool of blood at Burning Man just as the iconic man effigy began to burn has been identified. The August 30th incident unfolded at around 9:15 p.m. when a festival goer flagged down the deputy after finding the victim, identified at that time only as a white male adult on the ground. So, investigators described the death as a homicide and interviewed several people who were in the area, though no suspects were arrested. The victim, according to PCSO, has been identified as a 37-year-old Washington State resident, Vadim Kurdlow. Reports on social media claimed the 37-year-old, originally from Omsk, Russia, had settled in Tacoma and was very involved in the festival. He poured his soul into our community, building the camp, creating an art installation, always ready to help others, and being kind and responsive to everyone, a person said in an Instagram post. His energy and contribution will forever remain part of the Burns history. The Burning Man Project released a statement saying, "Our hearts go out to Vadim's family and friends, and we grieve the loss of a community member," adding that the organization is doing whatever it can to assist in the investigation so the perpetrator can be brought to justice. There were reports that Krugloff was stabbed to death, though authorities have yet to confirm that detail, while his death, described as a homicide, remains under investigation. The portion of the festival where the incident occurred remained under heavy law enforcement presence until the scene was fully processed, though officials noted the unique challenge of investigating a homicide in a temporary city that was quickly dismantled after the festival ended. Authorities noted that while the incident appeared to be a singular crime, all attendees should remain vigilant of their surroundings and acquaintances. So, I want to quickly go over the latest incident at Burning Man. This appears to be the first reported homicide in the event, though several people have died at or near Burning Man since it moved to Black Rock Desert in 1990. So, let's go over the victims. Michael Fury, 1996. Michael of San Francisco died hours before the 1996 event began. The 7-year was held in Black Rock Desert. Fury, riding on a motorcycle, was struck and killed by a van just outside the gates, and an acquaintance of Fury's was driving the van. Catherine Lampman, 2003. Catherine of San Mateo, California, was killed when she tried to get off an art car and was run over by a trailing vehicle at Burning Man in 2003. Pershing County Sheriff's Office officials determined her death was an accident. Barry Jacobs, 2003. Hours after Lampman's death, 4 people were critically injured as their small plane tried to land at the event's airstrip in the Black Rock Desert. Barry Jacobs of San Rafael, California, the pilot of the Beechcraft BE-35 airplane, later died of his injuries. Jermaine Barley, 2007. Barley died by suicide inside a tent at the 2007 event. Barley, who went by the DJ name Optic Orange, was 22 years old. Pershing County Sheriff Ron Skinner said Barley had been distraught, according to relatives, but had not believed he would harm himself. Alicia, I'll put the last name down here, 2014. Alicia, manager of an art gallery in Jackson, Wyoming, was killed after she was hit by an art car at the 2014 event. An art student at the University of North Carolina, Greensboro, she graduated in 2008 and was described as someone who loved the outdoors and loved life, a co-worker told the Reno Gazette-Journal. Aaron Joel Mitchell. Aaron Joel Mitchell, 2017. Aaron, 41, died after he ran into the Burning Man structure fire on Saturday night of the event. He was pronounced dead at 6:28 a.m. Sunday after being flown to the burn center at the University of California, Davis. Leon Reese, 2023. Leon, a Truckee of California, was found unresponsive and was administered CPR. Drug intoxication was suspected in his death, according to a preliminary investigation by the Washoe County Regional Medical Examiner's Office. And finally, Kendra Fraser, 2024. Fraser was 39 and was found unresponsive on the first day of last year's event. Fraser died of an asthma attack in her sleep. Her longtime partner, Sean Lufer, told the Reno Gazette-Journal the Washoe County Medical Examiner confirmed the cause. That seems to be all of the news that we know right now. yeah, if you guys know anything else of this is pretty early on, so we still don't know much. Yeah, if you guys know anything else, let me know in the comments down below. I am really interested in this, and I have never heard of the Burning Man. Sorry, there's no script to this. Usually I do scripts, but for this one I figured I'd just read off. Thank you guys so much for watching. If I earned your subscription, make sure to subscribe. Give me some suggestions on what I should talk about next. That really helps me out. We are on our way to 150 subscribers either before my birthday, September 30th, or before the end of the year. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you all in my next video.